What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the game.
It's me, and this is Evan, and we're together.
Yes, we are.
With our bubble ship.
Boy.
Is it called the bubble ship?
The bubble ship, man. This is it. This is the bubble ship. We have.
Where are we going?
We're gonna go somewhere.
It's time.
Do you want to do this one?
What the what?
Yeah, dude. Let's do that. All right, begin the voyage.
No.
Check that out. Isn't that cool?
No, I didn't want to do this.
I wasn't ready. You didn't get my consent. No, don't. Ah! So that's an inside joke with one of my old ex-girlfriends where I just did that randomly in the car. She was like, "Oh, put it in my butt." Ah! That was when I heard that, we both lost it. Or when I said that, we both lost it. Me and my ex-girlfriend. That was crazy. Now we're okay. So you see this? We're a giant chicken in space. You know what's even crazier?
You got a nice hat.
I have no weapons on this thing. So we're gonna see what happens here.
We're gonna see what happens. You have to make it like 2,000 meters.
Yes. I just need to see the zone map because I need to put a waypoint on. Oh, there is a waypoint on it. Okay, so we're good. Okay, let's do it. So, do you see if you find the arrow? There it is. Okay, I found it.
You are.
I found it. I found it. I find
you are.
You find.
You are already headed that direction.
I find you find. Do you like how we're just a giant chicken in space?
It's kind of neat. It's
almost.
Are you gonna like
so
run into like those?
Oh, I didn't put a.
No, you're fine. Are you gonna run into those bad guys?
Nah, as long as I don't like hit one of them, we should be
So as long as they don't hit on me,
good. Yeah,
we're
we should
gonna
be
be
fine.
fine.
We're gonna be
We'll be fine.
We're fine.
We'll be fine. You think?
We're fine.
I think space travel is cool.
Okay, so one of my biggest things, I love space. Everything about space.
Space. The final frontier.
Yep.
These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Its 5-year mission
To explore, bring strange new worlds,
Oh.
and seek out new life, new civilizations.
Have you seen?
to boldly go where no man has gone before.
You've seen all the new Star Trek ones, right?
Mhm.
Did you like those?
Yeah, I thought they were good.
I haven't seen the last one, but Star Trek Beyond. I really wanted to. And supposedly that's like the
Beyond.
better one, the best one out of all of them. What? You can take photos.
I
in
might
space.
have not. I thought I did. I probably did.
I didn't see it. I know it for sure.
But I know I saw like the first. Because how many new ones are there?
There's only 3 new ones.
Okay,
'cause
so I
there's
remember seeing the
Star Trek.
first and second one. Because the second one starts off with them, with him, like the captain and Sulu running, or is it Sulu? I think so. Running through like the purple blossom forest, and then they
with
jump
the white
off.
aliens.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
they jump off. Yeah.
Yeah, that was insane. I love the second one. A lot of people don't like the second one because, like, I don't know. It's a little rendition of some stuff of like other Star Trek stuff, and there might be more things that people didn't like about it. But like, I really liked all the Star Trek ones, except for obviously Beyond, which I haven't seen. But they're all really good movies.
Yeah, I haven't. I don't remember anything from the new Star Trek
They're
movies.
good. They're more edgy, and
But-
as the first one says, more sexy.
Take a look at the big
That's-
city.
That's actually a caption of like how they sold the movie and marketed a sexier version of Star Trek. And like, I see it. I totally
I
understand.
feel so metropolitan.
Why is Captain Kirk so hot?
Cause like, why not? Oh yeah, but check this out. We're in. What would you think of this if this is a real place? San Francisco. So they pick San Francisco and Tokyo, and they bridge them together. Bridge. Get it? So, what do you think if that was a real place? Like, technologically, would that bring our places together? Like, what do you think of that? What would happen to our society?
Society?
Yeah.
Dude, I think it'd be kind of interesting. I mean, there's like, I have no idea. I feel like the technology would just advance.
Well, yeah, because like, okay, so what do you think is the most technological, or place that's like above technology right now that has the best technology out there?
From a major injury, but the blow she sustained to her head
Probably like
caused a
Japan.
minor
I mean, that's probably
concussion.
like what
We should
Definitely.
what the
caution
statistics say,
and
but
not
it's
let
mostly
her
from
until we can
people
fully
confined to a
stabilize
space
her
where they
head.
have nothing else to
Got
do.
it.
Like once
Yeah.
you get a civilization that is past like the
The BS of our U.S. stuff.
Hello.
yeah, not just BS. I mean
am
like
Baymax, your personal healthcare
survival
consultant.
instincts.
Yeah.
Like once you get past like needing to just like actually once you can figure out survival, okay, then you worry about the system of like how does everybody live and wanna expand, whatever. And then once you kind of reach the borders, like, oh, I can't expand anymore, so now we need to work on ourselves. So then they just improve jobs, and that's how like cities get built.
Yeah.
Because
I
they have
think-
to work on innovation and they have to compete with each other. But that's actually more interesting. The concept if Hitler didn't die,
Yeah.
we wouldn't have all the technology we have.
That's the what show is that? The Man in the High Castle. Is that
Ooh,
what
I
it
didn't
is?
see that one.
I think that's the alternate world of like what if Hitler didn't get assassinated? I think that's
Or, like,
that's the one.
I'm not sure if it's that or if we just didn't have a world war. I can't remember what it was.
I think it was if Hitler didn't die, like that's what it would be. But then there's another Umbrella Academy, which is the recent series that I've seen, where it's like, what if John F. Kennedy never was assassinated? How
Ooh.
that could have been altered the timeline? Or, I mean, like I think in the show they assassinated him, but like in the comic books, I don't think he did. So I think it's an alternate dimension of that. But yes, I think that's fascinating to think about. That like, if these monumental events didn't happen, where would we be at today?
Exactly. And I love thinking about this butterfly effects type stuff. Which is, it's really trippy to think about. Like, one of the games in our future we'll play the Life is Strange series, which
Yeah.
kind of plays on that. But yeah, just the way technology is, because like most of it just comes from being used in war. You know, like how did the nuclear bomb get developed, and then because of the nuclear bomb, we have nuclear technology. You know, stuff like that, like tanks and whatever. And
Yeah.
but I can't think of like good examples of regular stuff. But even when I can't think of the guy's name. There was a movie made about him, but it's the encryption when the U.S. broke the code of Germany. I know. I remember.
It was in what's it called?
It's called like the
S something.
It's with Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh, Endgame. I think it was Endgame or something, or like End of.
and
I thought it was Endgame because it's the one where he's deciphering code,
yep, yeah.
and it's okay. So what's the premise of it? Because you can
It's,
look it
it's
up.
basically like the super smart guy, and they bring his sexuality into it, but it's basically a bunch of like scientists and like smart people are brought together to basically try to crack the code, and then they just like bring his personal life into it. But throughout the end, he breaks the code, and then he has to not say after everything. He can't say anything because it's supposed to be a secret. So like, I think was it about 10 years ago, or something like that. It was more recently. He finally was able to say something, or I think he died.
Yeah.
But
So before he died, he spoke of it.
I can't remember what happened. But I know like the Queen or somebody basically gave him not a pardon. I should look this up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know that. I mean, I don't even know what to type.
A Benedict Cumberbatch movie roles.
Yeah, that's good.
IMDb, they'll show up everything.
So while I'm looking this up,
It's just
What are they?
fascinating.
fascinating movies and TV shows. I know it starts with like the Imitation Game,
Yeah, that's
2014. And then what's the British Intelligence? Alan Turing.
okay.
That's the guy. And then Cryptanalysis with what is?
Snowden is the one I'm thinking about with Joseph
Oh,
Gordon-Levitt.
okay.
That just hit me.
This is like talking about like World War II encryption stuff.
Yeah.
Authors will realize that he's whatever. The Enigma. Okay, the Imitation Game is the Enigma. And then Alan Turing Enigma.
And Enigma is just a riddle, but like, right?
What?
The Enigma is just a riddle, right?
Exactly.
And what was he solving again?
So it's basically this box that the Germans had to communicate.
Oh
with,
yeah.
And
Where they
it
can
had,
tap into every thing.
and it's really binary and like it's kind of simple, but with all the flips and dials, it makes it super complicated.
Right.
So all they were trying to do is figure out what pattern system they're using to always keep dialing in to figure out the code. It's basically a language through numbers and whatever. Let me see if I can get the Wikipedia.
The Wikipedia.
For the computer, 1912 54. And can I get like a synopsis? Alan Turing. Oh, third one. Nope. That's not right. There we go. I think I got it. Turing was highly influential. Machine. I mean, that's basically all it was, I guess. But I just wanted to find the. Oh, he did commit suicide.
Oh.
Okay, that's what it was. I just was trying to figure out.
What's his deal?
He died in 1954 by cyanide poisoning.
Oh.
Because he came out as gay, and then because like the British intelligence or whatever didn't like that, I can't remember what they did, but like they basically confined him or something.
That's insane.
And I'm just trying to think, because I know somewhat recently. 2009. Following internet campaign, British Prime Minister Gordon Brown made an official public apology on behalf of the British government for the appalling way he was treated. Queen Elizabeth II granted Turing a posthumous pardon in 2013. The Alan Turing Law is now an informal term for 2017 law in the United Kingdom that retroactively pardoned men cautioned or convicted under historical legislation that outlawed homosexual acts.
Oh, so basically anyone that turned out to be gay from here till then, they can be pardoned. Basically, they're
for the deeds they did, like they
they're-
weren't. Yeah. So they had to keep like their life a secret.
Oh, that's. Well, there's so many crazy things that have happened for like, that community that like, I don't know, just everything that's been going on for our generation. Insane.
Yeah.
A lot of things have changed. ASMR Cheetos.
ASMR Cheetos. But yeah, like the whole movie concept was actually really cool. And like figuring out all that stuff. There was something I was gonna mention, like.
We're talking about technological advances.
Okay.
Not
And,
cool.
And rainbow
People like
pink
spectacles,
girls
not
that are
truth.
anime.
Yeah,
Yeah.
who needs quality reporting
I just don't
when you
understand
can just
what
make
her deal
stuff
is.
up?
But we were also talking about like, okay,
I mean, didn't they see how awesome we
Japan.
were?
I see Japan as the most
Sure, those things landed a couple of good hits.
technological
But we
advanced
had
place
chemballs
like in the
and
world.
laser hands.
Not only that, not only Japan, but like you're right, like people that
Well,
dedicate
it really didn't
themselves
matter.
to do a
They beat us.
certain thing
Where'd they
in this
come
world,
from?
like they make
Well,
one person can
why don't
change
we
a
ask you
mountain.
guys
That's the way
who
I see a
actually
person.
stopped them?
But people that are actually able to, metaphorically
You never
move a
introduced
mountain
us.
are the ones that are like, some of them you don't hear about. Like I never heard about this guy, the one we're just talking about. But
That's go-go.
some people that like really make a, I don't know. Everyone affects the world in a smaller way, but like if you think about it, it's all headed towards something that's supposed to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's weird to think about, but this, I mean, I don't want to. I don't know how else to say, it, but like, I feel like everything's supposed to happen for a reason, and there's a reason why like these things are supposed to happen. Even the terrible things that
Those
happen.
three are.
I think we're all not
Donald,
destined for
and
something
Goofy.
that's supposed to happen
The,
later on, but like, I think that all we can do is just live our lives to the fullest potential, to our fullest thing, and just live every day like it's our final moment, like it's a final thing that something's gonna happen. We don't know what, but this is the way I live my life. Is essentially I live every moment like as if it's gonna be my last, because God only knows what's gonna happen in the future. But I think that's really fascinating. Though. Like, I feel like everything that has happened up to this point has happened. There's no other way it should have happened. It's supposed to have all happened like this.
And it's kind of interesting and trivia to think out that our generations and people that I know would have been affected solely by this one person. Millions of lives have changed. Like,
Yep.
people who would have kept getting killed and whatever.
Like Schindler's List, dude. Like what?
Ooh, now we're talking. Light versus darkness.
And just by like him cracking the code that
Calm
soon,
down, Fred.
like saving all those lives, or like
You're talking about Imitation Game.
yeah, he's still talking about the imitation game.
We
That
don't
if he
have
like
any way to
flipped it,
fight them.
that or didn't,
so
or if
we're
he didn't
just gonna give
exist,
With
like
our
or was
current
murdered or
skill set,
something.
My analysis
Um,
places our chances at 0.0000.
Literally, there would have been so many people that wouldn't have like immigrated over to the U.S. or done all these things.
Hey, don't
I
sweat.
mean, it still is
Three
like
of
World
us
War
will
II,
go
so
take care
it's
of the Heartless for
relatively
you.
recent, but still, all
Donald,
of that.
Goofy?
Like one person, like this changed the fate of the
And
entire
oh
world.
yeah, I guess the point behind that was that one person that nobody really knows about, he was kept a secret
We're going to.
for like so long.
Until he died, and
No,
then they,
he died in the 50s.
oh really?
So then it didn't get recognized until another 60 years later.
What? That's what I was gonna ask you. Like, did he die and then they made the movie, or did they make the movie
No, it was like
way after he died?
the Imitation Game or like World War II, like
Train up.
in 1939. Then he died, or like from killing himself, like 10 years later,
Yeah.
or like a little over 10 years,
Did you
about
read that
12 or
in Geeks
13,
Quarterly?
and then
Fred's
another
actually
60
not
years
wrong.
after he died. So it's
I
been
may have an idea.
well since there, so 60 and another. Oh God, almost that. So it's been about 70 years since World War II, since the events that
Cool, huh? It
they made
creates
the-
a CG
they made the
overlay that
movie.
augments your vision.
That's insane.
While you
That's
wear
really
it,
crazy.
this device sees everything you do and
But yeah,
locks it.
so
Where?
we're in Big Hero 6 now. Going back to
Right on
this,
your face.
what do you think of this world, dude? Like, they were. Do you see how well they were able to capture these characters?
Whoa.
It's insane, right? He put on the AR device. Sora's like an island, which I just not anything like this.
There's no heart.
But yeah, they're gonna do some trainings here. So it's kind of cool that their costumes
the
here, they
AR
look
device
normal, but
off.
like he gave them this headwear to wear, or this headgear, and that's really cool. That yeah, this is how they're gonna train.
Oh.
I love his shirt that he's wearing because he's wearing a mech shirt, and I love robots.
have
So
no idea
you've
how
never
you're
seen
doing it, but
Gundam or understand
this is
like what
cool.
Gundam
Thanks.
is, but the whole basis.
Transformers!
Data only
No,
covers
the
everything.
whole the whole basis of it is like, okay, what if we went up to the moon and we colonized it, right? What if we had civilization up in the moon? And what if one day the moon people became like elitists? So, like they were like they see themselves as a higher being. And what if they just destroyed
We'll
Earth?
put a
one day?
tracer
Just
on your movements, so we
wiped
can
it out. And basically the whole thing of it is that like they started making like technical advances in the moon, like they make better weapons, better things, and then obviously a giant robot, right, as a Gundam, to basically have a totalitarianism over Earth, and then they destroy Earth. So imagine this: you have people that are running away, the people that survived the Earth explosion or whatever. And this isn't the full plot of Gundam, like it changes like throughout the whole thing, but this is just like my cliff notes of it. You have a resistance force that makes a Gundam, makes an indestructible Gundam, and is piloted by one person who's a child.
Shout when you're
And
ready, Sora.
this is why I love Gundam so much, because you get to see the perspective of a child going into war and the psychological trauma that he goes through. This is why I think anime today is just like, I don't even fucking get it like anymore, because like the animes beforehand, they actually dealt with human things. Now it's just all about boobs and panty shots. Like I get it, but like, what is going on? Like, do you understand what I'm saying though? Like, can you imagine like
Yeah, taking
that was
a concept and like a human emotion and being able to have character development.
Yeah.
That's like one of my
actual character development.
biggest traits that I judge a movie by is like how much character development they have.
Yeah, but that's why like I love the animes that I love, guys. Is like I love anime still to this day. I just don't like anything that's past 2016 and up. I haven't found many things that I've currently liked from it. Everything that people are showing me is just like really stupid things. I mean, the last cool thing that I've seen was sort of The Stranger, which if you love character development and like awesome shit, I would say watch Sword of the Stranger tonight. Like, go home, watch Sword of the Stranger. That's a really cool movie. I mean, it's not anything recent, but it's not anything recent, but it's a really cool thing. But going back to Gundam, I really love that idea that like, what if your world was, you have a giant robot now, and this is where we're supposed to be going. You know what I'm saying? Like we're supposed to be going towards this new haven, this new thing. I just think that's crazy.
Yeah, definitely. Like, are you gonna just
Isn't this cool?
free fall? Oh god, I hate this.
It's cool, right? Oh, you hated that?
I've just heard the song way too much.
Which one?
The Free Falling song.
Free falling all day long or some shit like that. I don't even know.
It was,
I
it was
mean,
like
I-
an 80s song.
Where did I hear that? I used to hear that song all the time, and I don't know where I heard that from. And now I'm free. Yeah, that one, right?
Now I'm
free
free.
falling.
Yeah.
All day long, or some shit like that.
I don't think it does that, but
Or something like that, right?
Yeah,
Change
but-
rails. Oh, damn.
what is the point of doing this?
So this is a training exercise.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
man.
we missed the main topic because we were talking about Gundam and like a bunch of other stuff.
Now, look what you
Oh, we were talking about
what you
Netflix
did.
and like a whole bunch of other stuff. This is just a training.
Pretty soon I'm gonna
exercise.
leave you because I'm gonna
Go
You-
live in the coal mine.
yeah, like a coal miner. You missed your turn, bro.
I just can't get off the rail.
You missed your turn, bro.
Can I just not go on the rail? There we go. Phew.
Snap mechanics, am I right?
Yeah.
Anyone?
Okay, so we were just talking about like crazy stuff. So moving on from that, what is the craziest new piece of tech you've ever seen? Like you've seen to this day? Like, is there something that's like technology that's wowed you recently, where you're like, whoa, I can't believe that we live in an age where we can have this.
Ooh,
This is crazy.
I guess it may not be that, that wowing, but thinking about like how well you can develop the AR technology with cameras and glasses.
Oh yeah, okay.
And then there's a second one with, not the robots. It'll probably come to me later. But for the AR, what I was gonna say was that there was this one dude who created a the Google search engine on a pair of like a headset.
Yeah.
So he would just move his jaw, asking the questions.
Yeah.
And basically he would hear it. Or like he would hear the answers through his his earpiece.
Because I know there's someone making goggles of that, and I think that's really cool.
It's not the Google goggles. It's like a
like
hyped
glasses.
up version. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's a new Kickstarter program that I saw. It was someone's making like glasses where, I don't know about the one you're talking about, but I know about like, you can basically there's glasses that basically oh, I missed that whole thing. You just wear and you talk through it and then it vibrates through your skull the answers and it just talks to you. It's like a weird like FBI thing.
Yeah, basically using both of those concepts of because I saw that one as well. I was just
I wonder what you're talking about. Though. I wanna
reverting to some like college student created. Basically, instead of asking the question, you move your jaw.
just like
and it's just
like that, right? Like you just
no
without
even more
talking,
even more
anything?
subtly.
Like without even talking.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Like you don't even move your jaw that much. It's just like kind of the. It knows the muscle patterns of the like whatever. So if you like kind of slightly do it or whatever, you can if you hold your face, you can kind of feel. As you move your jaw around, like there's just like.
oh, so you would say a sentence in your mouth.
Or in your mind, like kind of slightly saying it.
Some college kid made this?
I think yeah.
What?
I should find the video.
What?
To be able to back this up.
That's insane.
Because I saw it a while ago.
ASMR Cheetos.
That's insane. ASMR Cheetos. But yeah, that's kind of like the technology. Because I was thinking of, imagine if you combine both. Like, people don't have to be smart anymore, which is kind of sad. That if you literally have the answers to everything, just with Google, you know.
Well, yes and no.
I mean, to an extent, you know, it's
Do
not.
you know why people use you know what everyone says, like, you have a calculator and you have your mind. You know, the calculator, yes. You know, a lot of professors say this, where it's like the reason why you use a calculator is so that you can just get to an answer. But what if your mind was able to? Your mind is built to be faster than a calculator, built faster to be anything if you train it right.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And obviously, a calculator is only limited to just certain scripts. You know, but the whole thing of it is, yes, we do live in an age where your phone has every answer available to it that's limited to whatever search engine you're using.
And
for it.
capacity.
Yes, but it's still limited. For example, Google doesn't know. I don't know. Like, let's see. I mean, it knows a lot. It knows almost everything in the world, but it doesn't know like what socks you wore yesterday. personal information. Like for you personally, like it could find out like what your credit card information is for sure, where you live for sure, but it doesn't. It wouldn't find something like what TV you're currently running.
Oh, that's kind of.
I mean, eventually that's gonna happen. Do you know what's projected to happen like in the next 2 years from now?
We're gonna die.
I mean, more specifically. Wow, you're really. You're not giving me anything today. Well, we're supposed to. Yes. So, if you know, you've seen my TV at home, right? You see how small it is? Like
Yeah.
the TV that we used to at my place. That TV, I can connect my phone to it. I can't do that with your giant TV. We're playing on his giant Vizio TV. It's massive, and I don't think I can connect my phone to that. My TV came out 2 years ago, and I can connect my phone to it. By the way,
this came out like a long time ago. But yeah,
but I can honestly say that it's better than my TV because like look at that display,
look at
look at
that.
that resolution.
Yeah, it's only 1080p. But yeah, I mean, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that like eventually in the next couple years, we already made a robot. Someone made a robot, Sophia,
Oh yeah, Sophia.
and now somebody had the audacity to say you can get married to a robot or something like that, right? Yeah! You know what I'm saying?
Sophia's.
So thick. You know, like so, there are laws in place now that involve robots.
Are you serious?
Yes. You can Google it. But think about this: in 2 years or 3 years from now, yes, Skynet is going to happen.
Yeah.
I know it. I know it for a fact because Google. I think we talked about this recently. That Google, from your phone, like as you're talking, it just always is listening to you. And someone proved it on YouTube as well, because I used to talk about like having diabetes and all that stuff, and like Google started showing me ads about this, about like me having diabetes and all that stuff. Like started like if you have diabetes, you should like do this, you know, as a quick YouTube ad, and I'm like, no, I don't have it. That's a joke.
That
How are you? How do you know this? It's because it's always listening to you. Your phone is constantly always listening to you. The government. The government.
Yeah, I mean it is.
It's a conspiracy, man. It's not a conspiracy. It's proven. It's not a
No,
conspiracy
I was
anymore.
just fucking but yeah, I think it's also interesting that people are getting brought down and stupider from just using their phones. And I mean, I found a personal experience in everybody I know that used to have a flip phone. I used to have a flip phone, and I memorized like a lot of numbers.
Yeah.
And like, you know, people like my dad who would have like hundreds of contacts or whatever, and be able to just like, oh yeah, there's that one Jim Joe Job by whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I haven't talked to him for 15 years. Let me just call him up. And he doesn't even need a contact. He just like literally just knows the number and just you know. And that's the way it used to be. And then people started getting like smarter technology where like, oh hey, you can actually input your contact information so you don't have to memorize all these numbers.
Yeah.
And then you get more reliant. The more you use it, the less you have to remember the numbers.
Uh-huh.
So the only numbers I remember now is my phone number, my dad's phone number, my mom's, and my house.
That's it. That's all you
like
need.
I don't even know my sister's phone number.
Because it's in your phone.
Yeah, exactly. And that's honestly kind of sad, and I feel that can contort to other things. Like you become so reliant, and your phone is just a dopamine machine. Like every time you get a notification or you use it, it's just like, oh, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts. Because
Happy thoughts.
every time you use it, it just releases dopamine in your brain. Like, oh, it's a good feeling. I use, you know, there's
I
this
release my stress through my phone.
psychological thing
Yeah.
by using your phone. And yeah, I guess
That's crazy. Think about it. Oh my god.
being more and more reliant on your phone. And there was this one guy, a YouTuber I used to watch. I can't remember his name, but he stopped using his phone, and like kind of did a statistic, and started waking up at 5 in the morning every day and and like only used his phone like once a day.
Yeah.
Like at lunchtime he could like pull it up and do whatever, but otherwise he wouldn't use his phone, and his life has like significantly improved. Like it's been proven that the less you use your phone, like you start remembering things again. You know, people who are bad with like memory, or
That's me.
even millennials.
That's me.
like a lot of people I talk to now, like we all have bad memory.
Yes.
And it can be tied to using your phone. And I thought that was really like mind blowing.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So like you can almost not cure it, but because it'll probably take some not therapy, but getting used to like regulating your memory. That's why when over the summer, when you used to be in school, you would do a math like for the year. You would have your math quiz, whatever.
Yeah.
Math subject, and then over the summer you wouldn't do math for the entire summer. So when you start back at school, you're like,
everything.
oh, what is this?
Yeah.
You know, how do you use the multiplication system? That's because you stopped using it and you just like, it's almost the same point, but
No, I know what you mean. It's like
you didn't need it, so you forgot it. It's like Darwin's practice of like what you don't need, you let go. That whole concept. And what are you doing?
Well, I'm waiting for you because the timer went off.
Okay, next episode.
Yeah, next episode. We'll see you guys in like 30 seconds. Okay, bye. See you later. Bye.